Good afternoon, everyone. Today is Century Maintenance Day. Got her in the shop here. Got the finest Valvoline full synthetic. And shout out to that subscriber from Canada that brought me the filter for this car, since they're not readily available at any auto parts store, so he hooked it up. So now I get to do an oil change. I am definitely very past due and I feel horrible for it, but I have just been driving everywhere. Almost like 8 months ago, I ran over what I think was like a 24 pack of water, like the plastic packaging for that was in the street, and a car like blew it in front of me, ran it over, never saw it again. Found it. That's really annoying. Honestly, the whole reason why I wanted to film this oil change was just because of how comically funny the oil filter size is. Yeah, here I got my F350 oil filter for my my sedan here. This thing's huge. It's the size of my head, and I got a big head. But anyway, got the old one off, slapped the new one on, fill her up. Then I think I'm gonna give this thing a wash, because I haven't washed this thing in so long. But I got time today, and I think it deserves it, because it is pretty bugged up. The sucky part is that half of these little dots are rock chips, not bugs. So I'm gonna get the front bumper resprayed soon. I think I'll probably do it myself, just because I feel a little empowered after doing the Del Sol. Definitely repainting the bumper soon. I'm also gonna do PPF this time on it. I'll put some Steck Dyno Shield on there so that this doesn't happen again. Fun times. I really wanna do equal length headers on this car, like so badly, but no company makes them for this car or this engine in general, and only one person on the internet has ever done it. That certain someone paid out the ass to get it done because it was a full custom job. I don't know what else to do exhaust wise. I could add another X pipe in here and see if it makes it sound any better. It sounds pretty good right now as it is, but I just feel like the icing on the cake would be those headers. It'd be a full custom job, and this thing would probably be down for a month or two while it's getting made, but God, it would be so cool. Oil change all complete. And there's one more thing that I wanted to mention before I wash this thing and take it back home, is that towards the end of this year, probably in December, my brand, Divine Media, will be doing one drop. One big drop for 2024. I haven't released anything this year at all, and because of that, it's really shown me how much you guys impact myself and my life and my brand. You guys mean the world. You guys have been asking me all year long when I'm gonna start coming out with stuff, and I just kept putting it off. But in December, we're gonna have one big giant product drop with all new stuff I've never made before, all new designs. I've been working on it for months now, and I think you guys are gonna really like it. I just wanted to mention that and get that in your guys' head early enough so that when they actually are ready to drop, you guys are ready for them. I'll keep updating you guys as we go, but yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that. I really appreciate you all. Now let's wash this thing. So that's the next day. Me and Sam are heading to our local Cars and Coffee. It's raining, but there's actually a hurricane coming in 3 days, so me washing the car yesterday, I doubt I'm gonna be able to keep this thing clean, so we're gonna head to the Cars and Coffee and hang out there for a little bit. Maybe I'll take a couple clips there, but it's just a local good town spot, and they got coffee. Well, I would hope they would. Well, guys, I was planning on bringing my my cars home this weekend to the new garage so that I could finally get this thing filled up. But like I said earlier in this video, we actually have a hurricane coming in 3 days or so. Hurricane Milton. Wish it was a cooler name, but this is like a hurricane that we have not seen in 100 years or so. I'll put some of the model data on the screen so you guys can kind of see it, but it's tracking all the way from the west side of the Gulf of Mexico all the way straight east, straight across to over to us. And the Gulf right now is extremely hot, so this thing could just grow to something ginormous. We are on the east side of Florida, which is a good thing, but for everyone that's on the Tampa side, I just want to say right now, I'm so incredibly sorry, and I hope that all of you guys make it out safe. I know Garrett Cletus, he's over there on the Tampa side, but I don't think that it's going to be a light hit for us either. And we'll see how the new garage, I guess, holds up to a storm, a really big storm. The storm is supposed to hit us on Wednesday and into Thursday. All I can hope is that it's a fast moving storm. It comes right over us, goes right out. Not exactly how I wanted to start my garage project off, but I'd rather the cars not be in here for its first hurricane, because if something does happen to this thing, God forbid, I don't want my cars to get blown over in the process. So I really hope the compound comes out on top and comes out okay. I'll be there this week to help prep there as well, but I want to make sure that my house is good too. And the main thing that I'm really just worried about with the house is the fence. It's a vinyl, it's like a plastic fence, and it's not the strongest thing in the world when it comes to wind. Last year I had picked up some rebar stakes and I had put them up against the fence just so that if they blow back and forth, it kind of has something to help keep it from blowing off. Not the greatest, not the worst. So hopefully things come out on top. I'm gonna film the entire hurricane throughout this whole video and we'll see how everything goes. But tomorrow when I get to the compound, I'm gonna prep my cars, make sure that they're safe, make sure that the compound is safe, and then I guess we'll just see what happens. All right, we're over here at the compound now. Today is Monday. I got both cars on the 4-post lifts in here. I'm just gonna jack these lifts up and then give people some more storage space, but these guys will be safe in here. The NSX and the 360 are good now. I'm gonna move the Del Sol out so Drew can get some of his babies out of here. Last year I pushed my white Supra into the lift building to hide from the hurricane, and this year I'm pushing my white Del Sol into the lift building to hide from the hurricane. All the toys tucked away. If I still have a garage after this, I can bring these home. Woohoo! Today's Monday and we got a packed house in here. Let me tell you. Del Sol is safe, NSX is safe, Ferrari's safe. Everything in here is safe. So many cars. It's 6 p.m. and Milton decided to turn into a Category 5. Now it's still very far away from Florida. It's like 650 miles from Florida, from Tampa. So hopefully by then it's weakened down a little bit, but this is Florida. So leaving the compound now, heading home. I'm gonna see if I can stop at a gas station and fill this thing up. Now in 2022, Hurricane Ian hit the compound, hit us in Florida, and that was my first hurricane experience and probably one of the worst hurricanes that has hit Florida in quite some time. That brought record flooding. Everyone in our area called it the 500-year flood because it's something that usually doesn't happen more often than once every 500 years. And now they're calling for this one to be similar. So hopefully that's not the case, but I hope the compound itself comes out on top. I hope that my house and my brand new garage that I haven't even put a single car into yet comes out okay. Gas station number 1, completely out of gas. They got all the pumps blocked off. Well, 4 more gas stations later, I found one that's just got a line, but I think there's some gas left, so See if we can get a tank here. Found some gas. Premium and diesel only. I can't be the only one when I say this, but I hate these cars. Anyway, got a full tank. The calm before the storm. Here we go. See, we got a bunch of stakes put up around everywhere so that if things do flood like they did with Hurricane Ian, at least we'll know where the grass edge is. Goodbye, cars. I'll see you in a day and a half. There's one more thing that I want to do before I go. The old Del Sol, the start of everything. This thing got flooded out pretty bad with Ian. So I think, I mean, I can't really push it any further back, but I can take the bumper inside. Don't want that blowing away. I really need to figure out something to do with this car. There's like really nothing that I could do. It's just so far gone, but I hate seeing it just sit here doing nothing. The interior is like pretty much gone. Exterior is gone. Leave it down in the comments if you guys have an idea of what the heck I could do with that thing. Whether it's like cut it up and make it into an ornament, or I honestly have no idea. I really don't have any intentions of wanting to ever drive it again. Making it into like a death cart or something isn't really what I'm thinking of, but I don't know. Could turn it into something. Run, 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 run. Oh God, it's real loud in here. I highly doubt a zip tie would stop the door from blowing open, but you never know. Sam got everything put away in the garage. I'm just gonna shut these doors, zip tie them, that way the locks don't spring loose and the doors shoot open for any reason. It's a little wet out here, bud. It's like 6 p.m.-ish on Wednesday. Probably another 2 hours or so until the storm makes landfall on the Tampa side, and then we're in for a rough night. Hopefully we'll be able to get some sleep, but I'll keep you guys posted if anything happens. This is a wild one. I really need to get a camera for like this side of the house. That way it can shoot to the front of the garage. But man, it is so loud in there. The lights just started flickering. Here's where we are. We're like right here in the eye wall. It's right in Bradenton right now, right by Cletus. Well, that was short-lived. It's the next day. Garage is here. That's great. Oh, fence is knocked down. That's not good. It was a windy night. The fence back here didn't survive. Garage held up great. Really not a whole lot of water or anything in here either. I know a lot of you guys were questioning about like where the garage was put in the backyard, and in terms of like flooding and having things irrigate properly, you guys were worried about this place flooding, which is understandable. But it just survived a Cat 3 and it's dry. So that's really reassuring. Sorry if my energy is very low. We did get sleep, but not a lot of it. I think we're gonna go on the hunt for some coffee and drive around a little bit and see the rest of the town. On a positive note though, the compound is safe. From what I've seen in the messages back and forth with the group, the gate's a little bit flooded, but all the buildings are dry. Well, I had already wanted to take this thing down because this thing just kind of sucks, but now I can actually take it down. See, there's not even any water, you know, pooling up around the garage at all. So that's really awesome. Nothing that this thing can't handle, I guess. Look at this guy's car. His car. Holy crap. I'm curious about the pond that's down here around the corner.
Oh, wow. That's actually not even high.
They probably got that pump going the entire time, too.
Yeah. Burps. Yeah, so this thing always sits like right below that sidewalk. Yeah. So it's obviously covering the sidewalk now. But yeah, that pump is constantly running the water out to here.
You think I could make it through that?
I mean, the guy in front of us is, I feel like, lower. I don't know if you want to try. Are you all the way up?
Wow.
People shouldn't be going fast.
No, they shouldn't, but they don't know.
I got a little wet. I could just walk right into this freaking pond now.
I mean, this is what the compound was like last year.
Yeah, this is probably about an inch more. Asshole.
All right.
We won't go the back way.
No. See, even these guys are like, oh, I can't get through that. I just took the century through it. Fucking go, dude.
Everyone's turning around.
Y'all got SUVs. I got a century. I just made it all the way through.
Century.
Century. Ah, damn.
That tree gave up on my...
Let me just help him out real quick.
You okay, Mike?
Look at the water! That whole road section down there collapsed. So they got that completely blocked off.
That's terrifying.
So our neighborhood ended up turning out to be okay for the most part. Most of my neighbors' houses are fine, besides my neighbor's fence falling over, and then the neighbor next to us, his fence also fell over. I'm just really curious about the rest of the neighborhoods that are in our town, and maybe some towns closest to us, because our area, our neighborhood is pretty high up, so we're not really worried about flooding that much. But anywhere that's like this, where it's all low-lying water, pretty much didn't stand a chance. We've already had to drive through a few lakes and ponds. What we need to do is get into the center of the road. That's a lot of water. My town is working insanely fast to get everything cleaned up. We just spent the past hour and a half, 2 hours just driving around, checking on every single little neighborhood, little town over, stuff like that. They've already got all the debris and stuff chopped up, taken out of the roads, so all the roads are nice and clear. There's just a bunch of flooding. All of the lower lying areas, that's probably gonna hang around for a couple more days before it starts to recede back. My house, my cars, the garage, everything is safe. Such a relief to think about. When storms like this come around, there's really not a whole lot you can do but just wait for it to come and hope that it's not as bad as people are saying it is. This storm definitely sucked. This was an extreme storm, but it sucked more for the people on the west coast of Florida, Tampa side, Sarasota side. They got hit super, super heavy. We got a category 3, category 2 storm. They got major category 3, lower category 4 storm. So my thoughts and prayers are out to everyone on the west coast of Florida. And now they're potentially talking about another one coming next week. This has been a crazy year. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know that this was just kind of a little behind the scenes video of the hurricane. From my perspective, not anywhere near as bad as it was for the people on the West Coast. If you got family, if you got friends, if you got people on YouTube that you watch out there that are on the West Coast, go check in on them. The compound is safe. It's a little flooded. We're probably not going to be able to drive cars in and out of there for another week or so until the water level at the entrance is low enough again, but we're not strangers to that. We've had to deal with that ever since we've gotten the compound. So thank you guys very much for watching. I think the next video to come after this one, once the water levels recede back and I can actually get cars in and out of the compound again, I'll be bringing my cars home to the garage. especially now that I know that it can hold up to a hurricane like this. I have some stuff coming for the garage. Brand new flooring, new lighting, some paint. We're gonna start transforming inside of here. And I also have the very first big mod for the Ferrari showing up, hopefully in a week or two, which means that we finally get to start doing some crazy stuff to that car, and I'm very excited for it. So stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for everyone that checked up on us throughout the storm. I got a ton of messages on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. It means a lot. I really appreciate it. We're still getting over a cold that we had from Ireland, so sorry if my voice has sounded a little weird throughout this whole video, but I'll see you guys in the next one.